2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome. But it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now, we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Porzingis, Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. And for Denver, we've got Gordon. Bill Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. And it's Gordon missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's Gordon missing.
The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
Jokic with the steal. And it's Gordon penetrating. Mavericks with the rebound. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
Now, here's Doncic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim. And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
I like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
The drive by Doncic. Marjanovic, good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning... We all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
Pass to Marjanovic. And Gordon over to help. Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. It's good.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Murray, the pass to Gordon. Back to Murray from downtown. Good on the 3-point shot. And that makes it a tie ball game.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
The drive by Doncic. Here's Marjanovic. And he banks in the layup. Marjanovic has got his 2nd basket of the game.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Murray, the pass to Gordon. Count it. Gordon's got 6. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Murray surveying the D to the middle. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, the inside game of Jokic continues to improve. Adept at using that big body, finding an angle, and taking advantage.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. That one falls for Brunson. A different look for Denver. JaVale McGee comes in for Jokic, and it's Green in for Michael Porter.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing 2-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, so he confiscates his sneakers, came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser, because I believe he did a search for lock picks, because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in.
McGee with the block. They recover it. Cauley-Stein's shot is good. The Nuggets have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. There's the dish to McGee. Out to the right wing. Wide open look here for Murray. Another 3 for Denver.
Murray gives you a lot of things, and stretching out the defense, that's going to help.
Now here's Brunson.
Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds.
And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's
the mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
They really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Jalen Brunson. Powell is out there with Cauley-Stein. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Hardaway in its small forward. And there's the pass to Redick. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Cauley-Stein. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Brunson, no good. Denver shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. A nice shot by Dozier.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And here's Brunson. Shoots from 12. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Cauley-Stein's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, the reach a factor there for Cauley-Stein. I'd love to see him hit the boards a little bit more often.
Pass to Dozier. He dishes it to Millsap. Green deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 5. It's Millsap with the drive, and Millsap slams it in.
A great drive by Millsap there, capped off with the finish.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Runs in the pass to Hardaway. Pass to Redick. The 3, good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Redick's got 5 points so far.
The quick release of J.J. Redick, expecting the pass, and the defense can't react to that kind of shot.
Out left to the wing. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Down low and stolen by Cauley Stein. Left side, Redick. Pass to Brunson. Green with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brunson. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. The Nuggets trail. Kicks it to Barton. Dishes to Green. Now Gordon. 6 points for him. Back to Green. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Barton. Jokic trying to free himself up. Barton, no luck.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Always nice to see Porzingis take some strides and get to that kind of glide.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Richardson kicks to Doncic. The pass to Porzingis, stolen by Gordon. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Ahead and finished off by Porter.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
There's 45 seconds left in the first half. Here's Doncic. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Gordon dishes to Barton. Porter passes to Barton. Now, here's Jokic. Fires from 14. And he overshot that one, missing.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Dallas again turning it over. Murray with it. He has 6. Left side, Gordon. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Nugget.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They didn't get more than a one possession. And that does it for our...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then there's Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Barton in at the 2. It's the group on the floor for Denver. Doncic passes to Porzingis, and that one drops. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Porter finds Gordon. Just 5 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Murray. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Murray's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nuggets.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. And stolen by Richardson. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Paul Millsap's checked in for Gordon. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Murray with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Redick comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. 5 on the clock. And stolen by Barton. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. The Nuggets shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. And stolen by Redick.
Just waiting for a chance to make a play, and when the pass was made, he's all over it. Just a fantastic steal.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his second foul of the game. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Brunson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brunson's got 6 points.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
Murray dishes to McGee, and he comes up with the deuce. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Brunson kicks to Redick. "13 feet away." And another basket for Dallas.
Well, the defense has got to wake up a little bit. That's J.J. Redick out there, and that's J.J. with room to fire.
Campazzo. Brunson covering. Here's Millsap. The shot off that time. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Powell, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Outside, Redick. Denver on D. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Porzingis inside. Millsap on him. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Richardson's checked in. Campazzo. Richardson covering. And he makes that one. McGee's got 4 points in the quarter.
No, that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
And Dallas calls their first timeout of the game.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Clark's checked in, and the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Nicolo Melli comes in for Dwight Powell. Burke, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Josh Richardson. This is his second trip to the free throw line. That one falls for Brunson. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Pass to Dozier. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein. The Nuggets shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Shooting for Denver.
He's perfect from the line this time. Mavericks trail by 5. Now here's Brunson. He's got 8. To the paint, stolen by McGee. Here's Dozier. There's 53 seconds left to play in the third. Clark outside, passes it to Dozier. 5 to shoot.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
It's Clark with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 5. Inside. A nice shot by Dozier. Dozier's got his second basket of the night.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
They get it again. Brunson. He kicks to Burke. Pass to Brunson. The 7-footer falls. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Denver on top, up 5. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th quarter. Stay with us. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
3 tenths quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. On the floor for Dallas, Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Down low. And here's Jokic. And they double up Gordon. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Cans the shot with nobody near him. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Denver Nuggets. Murray outside. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
The Nuggets leading by 5. The pass to Gordon. Shooting foul. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. They're double-checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Murray finds Porter. Pass to Jokic. Back to Porter. Clock at 6. Passes to Jokic. Over Porzingis for 3. Murray. They grab their own miss. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Nuggets.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Doncic against Murray. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jokic.
And possesses such a refined feel for the game. Doncic knows he has what it takes to be a great player in this league.
The Nuggets leading by 7. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Gordon deciding where to go with it. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Hardaway's checked in for Dallas. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Pass to Porter. Out to the right wing. Murray against Doncic. Murray, the pass to Gordon. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Mavericks trail by 7. 1:37 left in the game. Yes, that goes in.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Now Murray. Gordon finds Murray. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Here's Doncic.
A fearless competitor. When Doncic is driving inside, he just embraces the contact on the way up.
Good on the first, and that turns the lead to 6. All free throws good from Doncic.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
Denver's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Shakes him. The kick out to Porter. Doncic against Murray. And there's the pass to Gordon. 4 on the clock. And here's Jokic. Nice D from Porzingis.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over
Porter, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Porzingis in the aggressive mindset in this one. Knows he's a problem for the defense, especially on the drive.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a 1-possession game.
Murray against Doncic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. 24 seconds left in the fourth. Murray, the pass to Gordon. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis.
And the athleticism Gordon has poses so many problems for defenders, especially when he's looking to score from there.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
Here's Dallas trailing by 5. And here's Doncic from the arc. It's hauled in by Gordon. And he commits the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Jamal Murray continuing to play with a fearlessness.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those. And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Jones in at the 3, the small forward. That one falls. Chris, it doesn't matter if they're two of the best teams in the league or the two worst. When these guys get together, these rivals, it's always fun.
Yeah, Kevin, you're so right. When it's a conference rivalry, that's even better. They know each other so well, and that doesn't make them friends. I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
Doncic outside. Passes it to Marjanovic. Shoots over Nurkic. Marjanovic, no good. And here's McCollum. We're about 1 minute into the first. And finished off by Nurkic.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
To the left side wing. Tipped away. It's stolen by Jones. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Covington kicks to McCollum. Lots of room. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
He's a pure scorer. I mean, one of the purest we've seen in this league. McCollum, he has a sweet-looking jump shot.
Over in the corner, Porzingis. Back to Doncic. To the middle. Here's Marjanovic. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior. Gotta love it.
Lillard looking around. Beyond the arc. Porzingis with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And the rejection by Marjanovic. Pass to Doncic to the inside. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. McCollum outside. Over Porzingis. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Here's Lillard. Feeds it to Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
Lillard against Doncic. Terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Lillard against Doncic. And Lillard kicks to Covington. Here's Jones. Nurkic in the post, guarded by Marjanovic. Lillard from outside. And no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Here's Finney-Smith. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he hit 72% of his foul shots a season ago, but I'm not sure he's real thrilled with those numbers.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell's checked in for Derek Jones. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Nicolo Melli comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Burke in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now the pass to Simons. Back to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Oh, man, what a slam by Cantor. His size lets him make easy work of those big plays in the paint.
Brunson scanning the floor. Burke the pass to Brunson. It's 3 pointers off the mark. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Simons. Good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Now here's Brunson. To the paint. Cauley-Stein kicks to Brunson. Puts it up from 15. Up again. Can't throw down the putback. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Trailblazers out in front. They lead by a bucket. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but deep.
When I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Well, credit to coaching. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point guard. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Now, here's Cantor. After J.J. Redick's miss, Powell, no one around him, knocks down the 3-ball. Powell's got his first 3 points of the game.
A nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
Pass to Simons. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing, guarded by Powell. Powell with it, goes up with a stripe. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Anthony against Hardaway. Stolen by Cantor, and that's a foul. Called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. Damian Lillard's checked in for Portland. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Dallas. Here's Lillard. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks trail by 7. Dallas again turning it over.
I mean, come on, fellas. Keep your head in the game. I mean, that pass should have been basic.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Jones is checked in, and the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. Now here's Lillard. Shoots over Doncic. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but hasn't been successful.
Here's Finney-Smith. Doncic right side. Count that bucket. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. Wouldn't matter.
Here's Doncic, following the score by Damian Lillard. Passes it to Richardson. Porzingis against Anthony. Sweet move, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Kristaps Porzingis. Trailblazers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. 1:56 left in the second quarter. Outside, Jones. Doncic against Lillard.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Here's Lillard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Doncic looking it over. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And then for Dallas, Dwight Powell comes in for Marjanovic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. To the middle. Kicks it out to Covington. Doncic with the steal. There's the feed to Richardson. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. Portland leading by 3. Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Luka Doncic.
You better respect the interior game a little bit. He gets deep inside. He forces the defense to hit him.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of this game.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. There's the pass to Burke. Brunson against Lillard. Brunson, good. Brunson's got his first bucket in this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
To the right side. Nurkic finds Lillard. Back to Nurkic. Pass to Lillard. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. "12 seconds left in the first half. Now Burke. Pass to Brunson. Can't tie it up as that one misses. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Trailblazers lead by 3. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to... And he doesn't get talked about that much, but Yusuf Nurkic, big part of it. Thanks for joining us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Here is Lillard. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. Doncic passes to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Richardson kicks to Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Here's Lillard. 6 points for him. Oh, he launched that one from way outside. Lillard's got 9. Doncic outside. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Offensive rebound. And the pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Now, here's Lillard. He's got 9. Lays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You can't give any lane to the basket. Once Lillard sees it, he jumps all over you.
Left side, Porzingis. Out to Doncic. Fires from the wing. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. A 3 from McCollum. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And he's good on the first of 3. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? Mikal and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
McCollum against Richardson. Pulls up, high post. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. McCollum's got 5 points now this quarter.
Rock solid start for him. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Richardson the pass to Finney-Smith. Now Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. Little, he's checked in for McCollum. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Now here's Little. He's covered closely. Just 5 on the clock. Kanter finds Anthony. Foul for 3. It's it alive. Great positioning on the putback. Giles has got the lead up to 7 now for Portland.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Doncic with it. Kanter covered. Pass to Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Marjanovic has got 12 in the game.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Foul for 3. It's good from long range. He's got 6.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Runs in the pass to Cauley-Stein. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Kanter has been much maligned for his work at that end. He's been making a better effort.
Gets it to go. That one good from Giles.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Brunson, good. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Powell with it. He has 6. Passes it to Cantor. Outside Anthony. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Powell dishes to Anthony. That three off the mark. Pass to Hardaway. Inside. Belly. That's tipped. Portland, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. Free throw good, Giles. And so he makes both from the line. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Trailblazers. They're up by 10. And with 3/4 behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. It's a 10-point game. You've got Yusuf Nurkic, Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Covington kicks to Nurkic. Back to Covington. Doncic against Lillard. The dish to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Beyond the clock. Buries the corner three. Lillard's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Trailblazers. Doncic outside. The putback. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Portland leading by 11. Lillard outside. He dishes it to Nurkic. Knocks it loose and stolen by Richardson. Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
Well, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
And for Portland, their shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Here's Lillard. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 5th rebound in this one.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute to it.
Outside Covington. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Covington's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Lets it go with the 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Marjanovic has got his 6th rebound on the night. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Lets it go from 14. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Entering the NBA, I knew he needed to develop his mid-range game. He did it, and it's opened things up for him.
Doncic outside. The pass to Marjanovic. Porzingis controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And what a motor. Porzingis is an all-star talent who is also willing to do the dirty work.
Pass to Simons. Lets the 3 fly. That one misses. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Back to Richardson. Now Porzingis. 3-pointer. Lillard with the rebound. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Covington passes to Nurkic. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Nurkic can't hit.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Down low, here's Marjanovic, and the lead is down inside single digits.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Lillard from deep three-point land, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Trailblazers.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for him.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Lillard.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless, grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor checked in for Robert Covington, and Norman Powell subbed in for Jones.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And you know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Well, this one is winding down now. Portland can watch the clock run out. And it's Lillard missing. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Outside, Porzingis. Out to Doncic. From outside the arc. He's off on that one. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And check out the Mavs. Fashion first, getting off.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And a couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Doncic. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, they've got Batum. He's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Mann in at the 2 guard position. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Left side, Leonard to the paint. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Porzingis finds Doncic. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotation.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Zubac, that's good.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
Doncic outside. Pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. 4-point game. To the inside, Zubac. Outside for Batum. Passes it to Leonard. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. Richardson right side. Here's Porzingis, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
The pass to Mann. Outside for Batum. Pass to Mann. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 5. Nobody near Leonard. Hits it from 3-point range.
A multi-talented scorer with range. You want to get Leonard as many touches as possible.
Doncic against Jackson. And it's Doncic missing.
And that was a heat check right there. First miss of the night, but still shooting 80% as a team. I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Richardson the pass to Porzingis.
And at 7'3", Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Patterson. On the wing, Morris. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Powell. He can't get that one to fall. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Kennard kicks to George. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Powell finds Redick. Here's Brunson.
And when Morris is playing with intensity like this, his defense can really shine through.
And it's George missing. Mavericks leading by 5. Brunson, good.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Rondo looking over the floor. A three from Morris. Redick with the rebound. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Brunson with it. He's picked up by Rondo. The shot by Powell, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Tips it, and it's put back up and in by Rondo.
Rondo is a clever player, recognizing how to track down second chance opportunities.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Misses the layup. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball. Pass to Kennard. And here's Morris for 3. Connects from 3-point range.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Mavericks lead by.
In the gym trying to work them out free throw.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Luka Doncic out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center, filling out the middle. George with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Kicks to Patterson. Shoots from 12. Misses off the right iron. The Mavericks leading. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist from Redick.
He's a great shooter, but not just a gunner. J.J. finding the open man.
Outside, George. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
It's sort of a hired gun. Redick's been a premier floor spacer in this league for a long time.
Listen to these numbers, GA, for his career. He has shot over 40% from 3. One season, he hit 47% from beyond the arc. And I can tell you, that is a tough mark to hit. And over the years, his incredible range has just become more and more valuable.
Zubac is checked in for Patterson. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
George passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Doncic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out. Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just landing in. He wanted to make a statement.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The offensive rebound. Here's Marjanovic. And the layup is good. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
The Clippers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Jackson passes to George. Good on the triple. George has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Doncic feeling it out. And Doncic throws it down.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Outside, George. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Jackson against Doncic. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Mavericks making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. Here's Porzingis. Batum with the steal. Stolen by Brunson. Here's Porzingis to the middle. Deflects the pass. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Mike Powell comes in for Porzingis. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
One of the toughest covers in the league. Kawhi's jumper just keeps getting better.
Brunson against Rondo. Makes it off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Outside Rondo. Zubac finds Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. Zubac the pass to Leonard. Mavericks with the rebound. Richardson for 3, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were in a 7-point hole at one stage. And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
His activity level has made an impact, and he is fearless.
Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. And there's Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's man in at the 2. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Passes to Zubac. Here's man. Leonard on the wing. The rebound by Marjanovic. The Mavericks shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. Doncic passes to Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Leonard on the wing. And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
And the rejection by Zubac.
Even though that one didn't go down, I like the offensive game plan here. 3 for 4 coming out of the break.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. Patterson comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Paul George in for Reggie Jackson. The Mavericks also with a sub. Redick is checked in. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional Mobile One block.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot. Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And the defense knows he's relentless. You have to try and match that intensity.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Dallas leading by 6. Doncic outside. Score the basket for his 10th make. 10 for 12. 83% accuracy.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Porzingis against George. And it's George finishing it off.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
And that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true. Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Leonard with the bucket.
Love the aggressiveness. Kawhi very active, very focused on the job at hand.
52 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And here's Brunson. He has 6. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And I would not be surprised to see them double him up here.
And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in. The Mavericks shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. 43 seconds left in the third. On the wing, George. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
Here's George. And that one's drained from the low block. George has got 16 points.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Brunson with it. Jackson on him. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Rondo against Hardaway. 4 seconds left. Patterson can't get it to go.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
And we've reached the end of the third. The Mavericks. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. And he makes the first. Richardson, he's checked in for Dallas. Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Clippers trail by 11. Outside Rondo. And no good. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Capable of flat out torching you. Once PG-13 gets into a groove, watch out.
Doncic outside. And the dunk by Doncic.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And the defense knows he's relentless. You have to try and match that intensity.
Rondo finds Patterson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. That one goes in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And George.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Doncic with it. Leonard picks him up. Outside, Porzingis shoots the 3. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. And even 3-on-3 break. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Here's George. Outside, Batum. A 3-pointer, no good.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
In the corner, George with it. Misses the 3.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1 3 in the first half. Nothing in the second.
That one goes. Count it.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And Matador defense That's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
And the Clippers making a change here. Man's checked in. Here's Batum. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lets it go from deep. Here's Marjanovic. Batum against Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches a 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Doncic has got 15 points in just the second half. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. The 3 from Leonard. But they recover it.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Doncic outside. The pass to Porzingis. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Buries the long-range jumper.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Dallas.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Luka Doncic.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Let's go. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. Melly is checked in for foul.
Substitution for the Mavericks.
And so it's Dallas with it. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Rondo passes to Coffey. And again, no good by the Clippers. Well, for the Mavericks, they can just run out the clock. Fires the 3. They get it back. Pass to Burke. From deep. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. From deep three-point range, off target. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what?
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Dressed in their finest, the Mavs as they came through the tunnel earlier on. Ready to give their...
Hey, Kevin, the map...
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Short a rotation player. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Gordon out there with Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Barton in at the 2. And for the Mavericks, they've got Marjanovic. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Murray dishes to Gordon. Back to Murray. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Jokic passes to Murray. Dishes to Gordon. Count it. Good.
Well, you have to admire the strength of Aaron Gordon. This guy is adept at finding his way through intense defense.
Murray against Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
Murray against Porzingis. Murray, good.
You got to feel comfortable when Murray is working the pick and roll. His shooting, speed, and passing all are next level.
Here's Doncic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got 8 points.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Doncic against Murray. And Doncic gets it to go. He's got 10.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Murray against Doncic. Porter kicks to Jokic. The dish to Murray. Kicks it out to Gordon. Clock at 4. The rebound by Marjanovic. The Mavericks leading. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Jokic with the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Brunson. No good from outside.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Jokic finds Barton. And Barton throws it down.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there. And stolen by Barton. And now Millsap pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Appreciate the hustle from Millsap there. Leaking out well and getting to the right spot.
Hardaway passes to Pop. A putback. No good on the shot. And the Nuggets going the other way. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Passes it to Jokic. Millsap inside, guarded by Hardaway. And Jokic wide open. He shoots, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Powell. A beautiful reverse layup.
I tell you, even with some physical contact, Powell gets it done. Love his persistence.
Barton outside. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 4. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Green is out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Gordon. And that one's good. Green.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Mavericks trail by 6. Now here's Brunson. No points in the game yet for him. Green with the rebound. Knocked loose. And that'll be Denver as it goes out of bounds. Nuggets retain possession. Porter's checked in for the Nuggets. Jamal Murray comes in for Will Barton. The Nuggets leading by 6. And here is Murray. 6 to shoot. And that one drops. Murray's got 6.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Shot on the wing. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Murray surveying the D. Basket counts.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Offensive rebound. Cauley Stein. Out to Hardaway. Redick passes to Powell. Now here's Cauley Stein. Tries again. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Pass break Dallas. Outside, Redick. Just 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Powell, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Yeah, soft-looking jumper from Powell. Really tremendous confidence from mid-range.
Murray outside. Porter finds Murray. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
I have to enjoy seeing Murray jam it down. His vertical is very impressive.
the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
Well, this is what you call your big man playing big. Terrific work on the glass.
Here's Marjanovic, and no good that time. Good defense by Jokic.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis is coming in for Cauley Stein. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. Gordon's checked in for Denver. Banked in off the glass. Gordon's got the lead up to 12 now for Denver. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time.
And his struggles continue. Just still scoreless and just can't seem to take the lid off.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Jokic, no good. Mavericks trail by 10. Here's Finney-Smith, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. The first free throw is good. And so he hits both. 15 seconds left in the first half of the game. Doncic against Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Jamal Murray has been the story in this one. He had 12 points and 1 assist. And that's going to do it for...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And, boy, this young guy has done just that.
Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. They get the rebound. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Murray, the pass to Barton. Lock at 6. There's the pass to Jokic. And stolen by Richardson. Jokic with the steal. Murray outside. Fires from deep. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Porzingis, that's a 2. Richardson kicks to Doncic. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Here's Marjanovic, and Marjanovic with the slam.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what, Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay. It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Here's Powell, and it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Well, there's big-time athleticism when you're talking about Hardaway. Puts it on the deck and relentless move to the cup.
Barton against Richardson. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. 9-point game, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Reddick comes in for Richardson. And a switcher also for Denver. McGee's checked in. Campazzo, Brunson covering. Pass to McGee. Green against Brunson. Shot clock at 6. Green inside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Green's got 6 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. Whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much-needed asset.
And Green slams it in.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And he's able to get it back. Brunson. McGee dishes to Porter. 1:05 left in the third quarter. Back to McGee. It's Barton on the wing. A second chance effort. And another shot. And the layup good by McGee. McGee's got the lead up to 13 now for Denver.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
No good from Finney-Smith. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. McGee finds Barton. Now McGee inside. Here's Green. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Second chance shot. Here's Porter. And at last, they get one to fall.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with second and third chance opportunities.
Here's Brunson. Oh, big time play.
And he nails it. That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Listen, under duress.
And so it's Denver, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back to the action after this word. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got JaMychal Green. He's out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Dozier in at the 3 spot. Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. And it's McGee with the jam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Here's Doncic. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
From the moment this guy stepped into the league, Luka Doncic has been aggressive and assertive. He just attacks defenders.
Barton surveying the floor. To the paint. Here's McGee. The kick out to Barton. Back to McGee. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And Doncic, here we go, and it's sent back by Jokic.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And here's Millsap from the arc. Murray, the pass to Gordon. Here's Dozier, guarded by Porzingis. For 3, Murray. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Nuggets leading by 12. Here's Jokic. Drops in the layup for 2.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Doncic. The shot from the low post is good. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Murray, the pass to Gordon. Murray dishes to Gordon. Porzingis with the steal. To the middle. Here's Finney Smith.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, the agility, the mobility, the speed of Aaron Gordon in the fast break, just such a tough cover.
Murray against Doncic. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Murray, the pass to Gordon. 1:16 left in the fourth. Back to Murray. A pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute. Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous...
Oh, what a dunk!
Look out below!
Wow. Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Outside Millsap. Gordon kicks to Dozier. And he lobs it up. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Doncic.
Well, Luka Doncic has every skill necessary to be a difference maker on the boards. Let's begin with his great size.
Murray outside. Gordon finds Murray. All alone. That shot misses. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Greg. The city of Dallas, Texas, the location for the Trailblazers. One of the most. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on Payday.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And they'll have some minutes to make up for it with an injury in their roster.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. And for the Mavericks, Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. Here are the Mavericks now.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trail Blazers retain possession. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And here's McCollum for three.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And stolen by Lillard. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Covington in the corner. This one for three. The Mavericks pull it in. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. The three from Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Trailblazers have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Outside, Covington. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic, and it's good for 2. Nurkic has got his second bucket.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Here's Doncic. Dallas, no good that time either.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
Here's Lillard. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Doncic. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
For Portland, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Lillard against Doncic. Lillard, right side. No good on that one. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Nurkic finds Covington. 1:56 left in the first. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Teams have dynasties, the 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. 5 to shoot. And here's Anthony for 3. Powell pulls it in. The Mavericks trail it. Fast break, Dallas. It's his first trip to the line. That's good from Cantor.
And, you know, Cantor can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. There's 57 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Simons, the pass to Nurkic. Now the dish to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Brunson the pass to Cauley-Stein. Doesn't go that time. Excellent D from Cantor. Powell finds Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
the D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Deep two from Anthony. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Fades away. No good that time. Here's Anthony. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
And Powell is a really reliable defender. I mean, he's excellent using his length and his quickness to throw shooters off.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers. With their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best.
What we've learned is staying together, staying with it, staying positive.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Portland, we've got Anthony. Also Enes Kanter out there. C.J. McCollum out there with Powell. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Now here's Brunson. Not a lot of room. Has to call Stein. Now here's Brunson. No good with the triple. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here's McCollum. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And no stranger to tough shots. A hand in his face, not a problem. McCollum, he's in his bag.
And here's Brunson. And Anthony sends it back. Down low. Here's Kanter. Powell, no one around him. And a miss there on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Brunson, good.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Portland leading by 8. McCollum with the ball. No good that time. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Kicks it out to McCollum. The tray. The Mavericks pull it in. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Cauley Stein. Another shot. Powell trying to free himself up. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. And Willie Cauley Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Giles checked in for Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Portland again missing. Mavericks trail by 8. Here's Richardson. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Boy, KP wanting to dish it when his guys are open. I love that team-first attitude on display.
Lillard attacking to the inside. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Little, he's checked in for McCollum. Lillard, the pass to Giles. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
If the keys to your offense are in Lillard's hands, you're going to be in pretty good shape. Check out how well he runs the pick and roll there. That's just a perfect way to play.
He gets it in there. Doncic has got his second basket.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Doncic against Lillard. We've got 1:13 left here in the second.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage, skilled at drawing contact.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Blazers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Doncic against Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Marjanovic, great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And that one's good, Lillard.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Lillard misses. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis doing a nice job using his mobility and size to bully the defense there.
That will count. You can't get that one. And that'll do it for the first half. Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, and no doubt that C.J. McCollum's a great player all the time. But Shaq has that DNA. Thanks for joining us, folks.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Jusuf Nurkic.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
We've got Luka Doncic. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. McCollum against Richardson. McCollum kicks to Jones. Lillard with no one around. Offline with his 3.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk, but later in the game now, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it. Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Lillard against Doncic. Drilled from 11 feet out. Doncic has got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard attacking. Here's Cantor. No good there. Nice D from Porzingis.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
From deep. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Norman Powell's checked in for Derek Jones. Now Powell on the mark with the 15-footer. Powell's got the game tied up here for Portland.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Nurkic with the double team. Brunson finds Hardaway. Dallas moving it around. Brunson scanning the floor. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Nurkic. The shot misses. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And now Portland on the break. McCollum with the ball. Cantor, the pass to Nurkic. For the lead. Goes up again. It's deflected.
Like seeing Powell flex his muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
Redick with the bucket.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Porzingis in for Powell. Portland also making some changes. Harry Giles is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Little comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
1:07 left in the third. Little passes to Simons. He kicks it to Powell. For the lead. Sinks the three-pointer. Now it's a 3-point Trailblazer lead. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Portland.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
And guys, the thing that jumps out at me is their block shots. I mean, they're playing up on the shooters tightly, and then they're sending them packing. I mean, putting those shots in reverse, all in a clear, good day's work.
Passes it to Little. Here's Simons. There's the three. Here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Pass to Porzingis. It's Redick on the wing. Left side, Porzingis to stop the run. The shot comes out. The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Trailblazers. They're up by 5. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Portland leading by 5. On the floor for Portland. Giles is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Little. And it's Simons in at the point guard.
Leaving the defender behind. That's a hard screen to fight through. Somebody needs to talk to him.
The Mavericks shooting the ball at 42%. Doncic looking it over. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
Here's Simons. To the middle. Here's Giles. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. Here's Simons. And the layup falls. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Gets it to go. That one good from Giles.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Doncic outside. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
Inside, Simons. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Harry Giles. Jones comes in for Norman Powell. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Little. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. Doncic against Lillard.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Doncic outside. Over Lillard. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut back down to 4 points with the basket from Doncic.
How impressive is Doncic? This guy is incredible at stepping up in big moments.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And the basket by Lillard.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
1:53 left here in the fourth quarter. Doncic against Lillard. Lets it go with the 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Now, here's Doncic. To the wing right side. 5 on the clock. They grabbed their own miss. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Rebounded by McCollum.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. It's rebounded by Dallas.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and it was maybe a step out of his range. No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Lillard against Doncic. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Doncic outside. The pass to Marjanovic. Puts up a 3. And Jones pulls it down. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Lillard fires away from way outside, from beyond the arc, and then some. Lillard's got the lead up to 11 now for Portland. Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. From the arc. But they'll get another chance. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. And they've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
2 players injured. One of their stars out. Something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
And the Clippers starting 5. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for Dallas, they've got Marjanovic. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
And so it's Dallas with it. The Clippers getting the bucket. Here's Doncic. Goes back up. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Here's Leonard. The Mavericks making the shot. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Here's Doncic. That one, no good.
And that's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Down low. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
Pretty unselfish play there, right? Porzingis finding the open man, and he's more and more comfortable and more aware of everything going on around him.
Now here's Jackson. To the paint. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. A different look for Dallas. Now he's jacked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Here's Brunson. It's good. Now the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well. When your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. And here are the Clippers now, following the score by Dallas. Rondo passes to Patterson. Back to Rondo. He's looking for Patterson and finds him. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Now, you can't leave someone open around Rondo. He'll find him.
Rondo against Brunson. Lays it up off the glass. Brunson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And George, here we go. Here's Patterson. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Brunson scanning the floor. On the wing, Hardaway. Porzingis against Morris. Nice shot by Porzingis.
How about the touch from Porzingis, demonstrating just how comfortable he is operating in that area of the floor.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Outside, Porzingis. Picked his pocket. Now the Clippers moving it up. Morris with the ball, and Morris throws it down.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 2.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Clippers lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Man in at the shooting guard. Here's Leonard. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Doncic feeling it out. And that one, good.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Leonard on the wing. Out to the wing. Here's Man. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
Man, if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
On the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell, and Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Leonard brings the double team, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Inside, Marjanovic, and Marjanovic with the slam.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Patterson up top. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Leonard brings the double team. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Outside Jackson takes the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Right on the bucket. Now it's a 4-point Dallas lead.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Right side Leonard to the middle. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the Clippers making a change here. Mavericks leading by 4. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Leonard brings the double team. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Doncic.
Bringing a strong work ethic defensively. Morris grinding on the shooter there.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Kennard against Doncic. It's hauled in by Zubac. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Zinkas, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. The Clippers also changing it up. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Paul George in for Kawhi Leonard.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
It's George on the wing. Outside Batum, and the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, why dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration too, and you've got 2 points. They get it again. Marjanovic, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Burke in for Richardson.
Porzingis playing with some heart now, never giving up or into the defense, muscling through that difficult shot.
George against Hardaway. And George, here we go. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Los Angeles shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Just 1 year in college for Paul George, and then made the transition to the NBA, and all the talk was about what it is we're seeing now. A very capable two-way player and all-star caliber talent.
Porzingis against Batum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, the closer Porzingis gets to the basket, the more aggressive he becomes, and for good reason. He's going to get fouled.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
George looking over the floor. In the corner, Kennard with it. Here's Zubac. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. The Mavericks on top. They lead by 2.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Win or lose, Kenny, the Mavericks have been... And that'll...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
They've got Porzingis, Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Right side, Batum. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And that one is good from Zubac. Zubac has got it all tied up now for the Clippers. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's It's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Kennard. Got a hand on it. They swipe it. And Leonard has it in the corner. A three-pointer is right on target. Leonard's got 11 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Kennard finds Rondo. Outside Leonard. Second shot opportunity. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against Dallas. This is his first free throw of the game. Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. Redick comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And then for Los Angeles, Patterson comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Morris subbed in for Kawhi Leonard. Rondo against Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Rondo against Doncic. Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Passes it to Kennard. Morris with the ball. Now guarded by Redick. And that one is good from Zubac.
And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
Doncic against Rondo. Doncic dishes the foul. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Porzingis against Patterson, and it's denied.
You need more of this from Patterson. Such a big frame inside. I like to see it when he's swatting it away.
Zubac finds Patterson. Doncic against Morris. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Doncic, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Nicolo Melli comes in for Porzingis. Hardaway's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Burke in for Richardson. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Mavericks have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Dallas. The Clippers in the lead. Coffee passes to Oturu, and it goes down 2 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Brunson with it. 6 points for him. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Here's Brunson.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Now the pass to Jackson. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And he uses the glass on the layup. Jackson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Pass to Coffee. Here's Oturu. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
And he's good on the second. And he makes all 3. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we'll be right back after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Patrick Patterson is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Hardaway Jr., a great athlete, spotted a seam there and just attacked the defense.
A different look for Dallas. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Los Angeles leading by 7. Pass to Batum. Leonard on the wing. He dishes it to Patterson. Outside for Batum. Shot clock at 6. Here's Leonard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That aggressive mindset of his, Leonard putting it on the floor and drawing contact.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. 9-point game. Pass to Marjanovic. And here's Porzingis. To the inside. Leonard with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Now, Doncic. Down low. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Los Angeles leading by 11. Outside Leonard for the 3. Jackson dishes to Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
The drive by Doncic. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Jackson passes to Patterson. Outside Leonard. From the wing. No good on that one. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Up it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Doncic.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Outside Leonard. Takes it from 10. Patterson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Clippers lead by 11.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Doncic. Out to Hardaway. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
And there's the pass to Finney-Smith. It doesn't go for him, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. George passes to Morris. Outside for George. Lets the three fly. Porzingis with the rebound.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's sent back by George.
Not many guys have the two-way ability of a Paul George, just as dangerous defensively as he can be offensively.
Clippers leading by 13. 1:09 left to play here in the fourth. Morris outside. From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Los Angeles.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, whenever things started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
Mann passes to Zubac. Shot clock at 5. Leonard, that's for 2. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Leonard looking over the floor. Now, here's George. High post, Zubac. Leonard with no one around. And the three off target. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the...
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For